Today, we are talking about midlife crisis. Is your spouse
I don't want to talk about this.
having a midlife crisis?
No, I don't want to talk about
Episode
this.
61.
Yeah, 61.
Why don't you want to talk about it?
This should be episode 58. Because that's how old I am.
I don't know. My ex-husband was, what was he? I think he was like 37. So he had it very young.
So I would have been 36 that year.
Interesting, because I just said my ex-husband was 37, and people tend to think that that's kind of a young age, but I think it depends on the life events.
This is embarrassing.
It's funny because I'm the one that actually came up with this topic, and you're like, I don't think I have too much to say about this.
I traded in my Infiniti. It was a really nice car, and I bought a brand new Mustang GT. It was powder blue, and it had a big black racing stripe down the front of it.
Honestly,
down the center of it.
I'm surprised you didn't kill yourself in it. I honestly am.
You turn this car on. Oh man! And I'll tell you what, women who knew anything would just run. You know, if you see somebody that's dressed in a skater outfit and is driving a brand new muscle car, run like your hair's on fire.
Or is dressed trendy, is older but dressed trendy for the current trend, and is in a big, young sports car of some kind. Yes, run like your hair's on fire.
Yeah. So I mean, at the time, it was funny because I didn't realize I was going through a midlife crisis.
Yeah. Well, neither did your young girlfriend. Yeah.
All right. Well.
So anyway.
But I think what was happening in that is that I was recapturing some of the dreams of my youth, and it's kind of like you get to a certain age and you've reached as high as you can get on the ladder of success, and suddenly you're not the hot young associate at the law firm, and you start going, is this it?
Yeah, is this all there is?
There's a season for athletic prowess,
yeah.
And there's a season for financial success, and there's a season for raising children, which I nearly missed.
Yeah.
And the thing that is constant, I mean, you have to have an anchor in life.
Right.
You have to have something that points true north. And I guess that's a mixed metaphor. You need a compass in life, something that points.
The anchor doesn't point true north. The anchor points to the bottom of the sea.
Yeah,
but that's okay. We
just
probably
don't throw it overboard, but keep holding on to it. That's a mistake.
Us non-philosophical people probably wouldn't have noticed if you hadn't pointed that out. But
yeah, but you need something, and whatever it is, I don't want to alienate my non-believing audience. You guys are in the same boat with the rest of us, but you need to find something that's greater than you to
right.
keep your ship pointed in the right direction.
Right, and I always say, I mean, I know that there are some people that are atheist or whatever, but majority of people believe in God or a higher power or the universe or whatever you call that thing that is,
right.
greater than everyone. Sometimes we're going through this and our spouse is having this midlife crisis, and it's almost like watching a bad movie and you're helpless to do anything about it or change it. And so what do you do other than just drive yourself insane with trying to figure it out? What else can you do? So that's what I'm going to tell you now. Here is how you're going to preserve your sanity. You are going to focus on yourself and your children. That's the first step.
Is that what you're going to do?
You're going to, or I'm going to come and
I'm going to come through
you.
that. I'm going to come through your iPod and kick your butt.
Or your Android, if you have that. Don't get me started on that, because that's a podcast for a whole different day too.
Yes,
but
we all know the Android people are inferior.
Yes, they are. My son and I have this fight every day, just so you guys know. So, really you have to get focused on yourself. And if you have kids, obviously you need to focus on them. And if you have a spouse that is in midlife crisis, they usually are in a state of dealing with their own feelings and their and all that kind of stuff, and they're usually not terribly focused on the family at this stage. And so really you have to be the stable one for your kids.
Yeah.
They
need somebody.
Yeah, you have to be the one that's there and present and keeps life going and does life with them regardless of whether your ex-spouse is out on the golf course or on a boat, which is also a podcast for a different day, or whatever it is that they're choosing to do.
What is it with you and boats?
The moral of the story is you have to do what's best for you. I mean, if this person is in midlife crisis and that's their state they're in, they're usually very hyper-focused. That's all they can manage right now. And you have to do what's best for you. And whatever the result of that is, it is. But you can't fix that.
And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands.